Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is June 16th, 2017, and today is Friday morning. So let's see what's going on in the economic news today. We got just two things coming out. Believe it or not, 4:54 a.m. this morning. I don't know why it's 4:54 as opposed to 5 or 4 o'clock in the morning, but it's at 54. And Japanese yen, Bank of Japan rate decision. We'll look at how if that affected the markets. And then at 2:30 South African time later today, U.S. dollar building permits. Okay, it's not a make it or break it kind of number, especially after we had the FOMC this week, but it might be something that we'll look at. All right, so let's see what's been going on in the market. So we're looking here at the Euro USD, and as we can see, it finally broke this 111.62 level with some with some volume. So we're just below that. So to say that it's breached it completely, we're just about 20 pips away from it, especially when we're trading in about a 70 to 80 pip range. It's not that big of a deal, but it is something to keep in light, okay, because we may see ourselves correcting ourselves back to 110, and that's especially if we break these several levels coming up, okay. So we have further support level 1121, which is also, it's just 20 pips away. So just keep an eye on this. If you are long it, just make sure that you protect yourself. If you did pick it up at the bottom of this level, that you do protect yourself from any further decline, okay, especially when your anticipation was to make 70 pips. You know, taking a 20 pip loss is responsible. Letting it go for 50 or 60 pips makes it no sense. So just keep an eye on this as this unfolds throughout the day. GBP USD, okay, we're back to basically where we were last week after the announcement of the election, and we're at this resistance level of 1273, and basically this is almost acting like a gap down and then rally, right? So we challenged this previous support as we spoke earlier this week. We didn't break it, we held the line, and now we just seem like we're making a wedge formation, and it looks like it's going to be breaking out. Now just keep an eye on this as this unfolds later today. No major news coming out of Great Britain or the United States, but you know, there is a correctional move, and we mentioned this last week that there was going to be a correctional move. We saw it in the Aussie USD. It happened, and it took a longer time, but the correction happened. Okay, so you know, everything else is status quo. You know, nothing has changed in Great Britain. The economy is a little bit weak, but the political agenda, the economic agenda has still been the same. So, you know, with all status quo, I think we'll see a little bit of a rebound still to get us back to the levels where we were at 128. So keep in mind as this unfolds later today. Now this is the US dollar Japanese yen. We just spoke earlier. A little bit of a weakening of the yen here. Nothing, you know, out of the norm, okay, for the yen, to tell you the truth. This was very much anticipated, but, you know, the reaction to the market was reactionary, okay. So in light of that, we may see a little bit of a correction. We were at 114, and you have several resistance levels here, especially at 111-ish here. So see if we do break this higher, okay, we can definitely see it retracing back to the 114 level. Your Aussie USD, like I mentioned yesterday and mentioned earlier in this morning's review, we have this resistance here at 76.21, and we're slowly getting back there. And you know, it's a little bit of a resistance here, so if you are long it, you might want to unfold a few of your trades right here. Gold, been kind of quiet, selling off about 10 points here just in the last couple of days. We mentioned that there was going to be a correction here. We anticipated a little bit of a support here at 1260. We breached it, and now we're coming further down to 1254. Now 1254 is also a support level in a longer time frame. Okay, as we've seen resistance levels before at this level, so this might be the next stop where we actually sell it down. We're only about 30 points away from our low from the beginning of last month that we rallied to the 1300 level. So in truth, we're still in midpoint. Okay, there's nothing to really say that, you know, this thing is particularly going higher. Now I don't like this as much because it showed me that the trend has changed, and we didn't really, on the overall side of things, we're not looking like we're breaking out in the upside, right? We just look like we're trading between the 1300-ish level and the 1220-ish level, let's call it, for some time now, okay? So That's the thing. We're still trading in a range. Now it's a bigger range, and it's off of our lows of 1052, which we haven't hit in quite a while. But it is trading in a range. We have stopped making a trending trading. So just keep that in mind as we continue trading here throughout the week. Now looking at oil, got weaker at $44 a barrel. Everything shrugged off what Qatar has been happening. Had this rally back and this responsory move, and now we've just fall through the cracks. A low of $43. We're trading in a range between $53 and $43. In the event that we see ourselves back into the $30 range, that remains to be seen. We have a significant support level here at $44 and $40. So just keep that in mind. Looking at Dow Jones. Strong like a rock, okay? The thing is a rocket star, 21,348 all-time highs, okay? So this is what I said earlier. We keep on going higher. We keep on going higher. It looks like it's going to correct itself, and then boom, it takes it up on the upside. Now, nothing unreasonable happened this week with the FOMC. Maybe a little bit of a correctional move, and then we responded right back. So in all essence, okay, this thing is still very, very, very strong, and we're still in an upwards movement. If we look here, this is just, a beautiful graph on the upside, just buying the dips. And what's hard about this type of trading is that there's very few dips to get into, right? You want to really get a good price on it so it could go higher. But by the time you pick it up and you're expecting it to retrace, it just corrects itself and goes back higher. So entry moves are very difficult in these type of trades, okay, honestly speaking. But, you have to be in it to win it. So, just as the things unfold, keep an eye on it. DAX however, has looked like it's stopped its trending upwards and just range-bound trading, as we can see here. We haven't hit this 1284 higher than 12,841. And we're just, we've been in this range, okay? It's very choppy trading. You could buy the bottom of the range, sell the top of the range, but it looks like it's relatively weak relative to the Dow Jones. So if there was one of the two that you would go to, I would say the Dow Jones would probably be if you're looking to buy on the long side. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. I want to wish everybody a good weekend. Thank you.